this girl created a pseudo account. A pseudo account solely for the purpose of body shaming me.
And that made me even angrier because in my mind,
know.
I'm like, are you seriously trying to tell me that the whole time you've been dogging me and doing all these shady things, you knew, but you continued to do it? And now the final straw is, and I'm really sorry, I ghosted, I'm just like, wow.
They knew what they were doing.
You knew the whole time.
Hi, we are two baddies, one mic. And this is episode 8, and we are super excited because today we're getting into a little bit of the gist with regard to friends and lovers.
Friends and benefits.
Oh my god, it's a lot. It really is a lot. I feel like all of us were taught to make friends really, really young. But we weren't taught what good friendship looks like.
Yeah.
And so we all fell in the cesspool of bad friendships that ended up becoming really non-beneficial, and somehow you got your way out of that.
It's the ghetto.
It really is.
It's the ghetto. But the betrayal of having somebody break your heart, somebody who was a friend, something non-sexual breaking your heart,
is so painful.
Very ghetto. Very ghetto.
It really
so
is
the
painful.
question we're asking today is, how did you find out that your friend was not actually your friend? And it has happened to the best of us. We have all fallen prey to all of that.
And it is so unfortunate because especially when you're younger, in your early 20s, and like your campus years, you feel like these are going to be the friends that you will keep forever. And I remember one of my friends actually telling me, look at your friends now. Just look at all your friends now. In 5 years, if you guys are still friends, call me. I'll buy you a drink. Wow. And at that time, I'm like, nah, this is fam. This is family. What you mean? I will never get rid of these people. I love them. They love me. We love each other.
And the thing with me is, I'm very cautious. So it'll take some time before we're friends or I'm comfortable with you. So that means when we become friends, you and me is for life. So I remember like in uni, this girl, actually I'll call her out, I'll call it Caro. Caro, she was a third year, I was a first year. So, you know, it's instant connection. We met through a mutual friend. So me, I knew she was my friend. She was like a big sister looking out for me. So fast forward, it's my birthday.
Okay.
I am a first year.
Okay.
It's my first year away from home.
Okay.
So on my birthday, she's like, oh, I'm not doing anything. Nitakuwa hostel. Akanambia, twende out. Nitakupeleka out. I was like, what? So I was excited. Because, you know, the life, you know, people go out, they party.
Yes.
I was very excited about it. Nikavaa jeans yangu safi. Hipster. Nikavaa jacket yangu safi. T-shirt yangu safi. You can already imagine just how innocent I
jeans
was.
and a t-shirt.
Going out to Dunda in my sport shoes.
No.
You were young. Buy sneakers.
You were young. You were young.
So we get to this place, and it's not a club. It's like a resort-ish, like a boutique hotel. So I'm like, okay, weird vibe. We get there. There's this local celebrity, Kenyan celebrity.
Okay. All right.
He had come to perform for Blaze. Blaze Safaricom was going on.
Yes.
So he was one of the artists that was performing there. So I see this celebrity, and I'm like, girl, what's this? Why did you bring me here?
Yeah.
So me, I thought, it's a connection to the celebrity. Already starstruck. And then, kumbe, she had promised the manager me. As in, she was pimping me out.
Not the artist's manager.
Yeah.
Wewe ndio ulikuwa
unachipoiwa hiyo. Like she had pimped me out.
Dang.
To the artist's manager.
Dang.
And the whole time, I have no idea of what's going on. So actually prompting you saying, cheza chini, you know, just let him hit on you or something. No, none of that. Because we got there, and all of a sudden, everyone went to their designated
partners.
So I'm like, okay, this is weird. And then the hotel apparently had a policy of they're closing the bar area at around 11.
Oh.
So he was like, let's take the party to my room. So we go there. Na hapo ndo sasa the mathematics started mathing. Because now I realized damn, she pimped me out.
Dang.
She actually pimped me out. So I shut that down really quickly. I was like, no, it's not happening. I don't like you. I'm not attracted to you. I don't even know your name. And I was mad at her because why would you do this to me? You're my friend.
It's very predatory.
Why would you pimp me out? And the gag is, actually the worst part of it, her boyfriend is the one that drove us.
So wait a minute.
So her and her boyfriend
were co-conspirators.
Picked me up at my hostel and took me to be pimped, and then they pimped me out.
What was the end game? Was she gonna get money? Was she? What was the reward for her there?
I don't know. Luckily, I knew a cab guy, because you have to know a cab. Akuna Uber.
Eldoret.
I knew a cab guy. I called him like, listen, I'm at this place. Come pick me up. He said, uko poa? Niko poa, but come pick me up. He came, picked me up, took me back to hostels. But to date, it still pains me because you were my big sister, you know.
And you know the worst thing is, as a woman who's got a bit of experience, especially within the entertainment industry, you know exactly what will happen to this person. And you do not necessarily have to put them through that. So that was a choice. It was premeditated. She had the full intent.
They planned the whole
God.
thing and pimped me out. How is that your friend?
That is rough.
A snake.
That is rough. And now speaking about experiences with clubs, because I feel like every woman truly will know their friend once they've gone out clubbing. Like truly, you will know your friends. If you go out clubbing and both of you come out unscathed, with no drama, that's how you know. Because now a friend of mine, I'm very close. We're very, very close. In fact, I stayed at her place for a long time because she lived along Wiki, and my school was at Utali. So like I would just, it was really quick and easy, and I lived all the way in Dry, so it just became super convenient. I would go and hang out at her place, and then I ended up just staying there for so very long. Now, at some point we had a falling out. Like I have so many stories with this particular person. At some point we had a falling out because of these repetitions of the same incidences. But the last straw, I will tell you later. Now, here we are. I'm staying at her place a lot. Of course, I'm not paying rent. Yeah, because you're my friend. And you haven't necessarily asked. We've not moved in together. Let's just call it that. We've not moved in together. There's not a conversation of like, so are you moving in? No. I'm just crashing at yours. I will definitely go to my place at some point. Plus, I'm a student. I don't have any money to pay for rent, and at that moment, I have one ghetto parent who's not gonna help. So generally, I'm on my own. I don't have a job. So I can't really move into your house. Okay. Now, the problem became this. This girl became so menacing in this way. I'm staying at our house, great. I'm actually crashing on the couch because it wasn't a big place. It was just a bed sitter. I'm crashing on the couch, 100% uncomfortable, but it's okay. It's close to school. However, she stopped paying for things.
Yeah.
And the first thing was food, right? So now the responsibility fell on me that if I don't buy food for this house, we are gonna go hungry. Like she will not buy food at all. And it became even more audacious because it just became a thing of she would cross her hands and expect me, mind you, a student with no job, to be the one to fend for us, both of us. It makes sense if you say, look, I can only feed myself. So if you need to buy food, you buy your own food. Yeah. But I can only feed myself. But no. She decided not only will she not eat, both of us will not eat.
Because I will not kick you out. I will give you signs.
My God, the signs and wonders came heavily. And so for a while, so I had this one boyfriend who then would always have to be the one, like, giving me cash, and it's like, why are you always broke by the middle of the week? What's going on? I'm like, no, I actually I have to buy food. He's like, why are you buying food? And if you don't buy food, what happens? Then she just doesn't buy food. He just said, babes, you need to have boundaries. First of all, you don't need to be here. Just go home. Because this is already really messy. Just go home. you don't need to be here. Additionally, why are you taking care of another person? Like, why are you taking care of a whole other grown-up with no ability to take care of yourself? You yourself, you're gonna take care of, why are you taking?
That is so horrible.
It was so mean.
She could have just said, you know what? Maybe chip in. You're here 9 times.
Mind you, it's not like I was not chipping in already. I used to proactively buy food. Like, I'd go to her house, I'd make sure there's food. If it's breakfast, I'd make sure I've picked up breakfast because I'm gonna eat, right? But now the stance of her not fully leaving that on me. Fully leaving that on me. That was a lot. Hey, that was a lot. That was a lot. And it gets worse because it got to a point now where she started demanding, right? So we hung out. Now I've stopped staying at her house because it's a lot. But because, again, conveniently, what do you call it? At cafe, at Garden City was always there. It's close to my whatever. I'd stay there a lot because school, if I have free time, blah, blah, blah. So the problem was now I'd call her out a lot. Like, I'd call her to come stay with me, right? Like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I come through, I'm at such and such. Or she'd ask me, where are you? I'm like, oh, I'm such and such. Okay, fine, let me come. And I would always pay for the meals. Always pay for the meals. So this one time I just said, yeah, bro, I don't think I have enough cash to pay for both our meals. Please, let's go Dutch. And I told this to her early before she came. We're going Dutch today. I don't have cash to pay for your meal. So we get there and it's time to pay. And I remind her, but then remember I told you we're going to split this bill in half. I mean, you pay for what you ate, I pay for what I ate. This girl, with all of her chest, all of it, she just goes, why? Why do I have to pay? I'm like, what?
You're not her mother. What's
do you
happening?
mean? Why do I have to pay? And then she goes, Kwani Nani didn't send you money yesterday. I'm like, hey, what?
Why is she accounting for the money in your pocket? Why is she counting the money in your bank account? That's the question. The entitlement. The entitlement to somebody else's money.
And that is when the light bulb went, boop! No, this shorty is completely taking advantage of you. There's nothing else to it. The reason why she was making me pay for the meals is because in her mind, she already figured that I have people helping me out and therefore she's just going to take the full back seat and relax.
Gosh, that is so intense. That is horrible. But it gets worse because friendships are just weird like that. So there's this time I was like, the way things are happening, it doesn't make sense because there was always a rumor about me, you know? There was always gossip about me. I would tell somebody a secret and then somebody else would mention it in conversation, you know? Like, a lot was happening because I had a lot of friends. And that's the thing with your 20s. You have all of 12 friends, like Jesus and the disciple. You know, you have so many friends for absolutely no reason. So nikiambia huyu siri, anaambia wewe mwingine anambia no siambiane. And so, you know, I'd always feel very stupid when somebody would mention something back to me that I had told somebody else in confidence. And then I'm like, oh, where did you hear that? And they mentioned a completely different person. I'm like, damn.
Wait a minute. Then how did that other person know that?
So now I devised a plan. I said, today you will know. I will know who my friends are. So I Kim Kardashian them.
Okay.
I gave every one of them different information. Yes. Nilisema leo nile siku. I will lie to all of you so that I see which lie pops up first. And that was very...
That was Matrix. Wow, you and Keanu Reeves.
Nikamwambia, oh, my boyfriend is this. I am sleeping with this. I am doing this. I am getting hit on by so and so. Alafu, I sat back
and waited for the music to come back to you.
And waited to see who exactly was my friend and who was spreading these rumors and half-truths about me because I can't say they were lies.
Yeah.
I used to move mad.
Yeah. You're 20.
But the thing is, sometimes when you tell somebody something, it gets back to you imeongezewa madoido.
Of course.
You know, you probably said, I was getting hit on by Why did I want to say KRG? They don't know.
KRG, we're sorry. Keep coming up.
Let's use him as an example. He's a very handsome man.
Very.
Let me just say, I was getting hit on by KRG the Don. But by the time this story comes back to me, it is, I am pregnant by KRG the Don.
Pregnant?
You know, exactly.
It's not like even you're sleeping with. It's like straight up, you're pregnant.
They're in a relationship. They live together. Straight up. Like a whole different story.
Wow, okay.
So I just didn't understand. That's the thing with rumors. It's broken telephone. To spice up the story.
Of course, you have to give it gist.
Exactly. Kathami told me she's dating so and so. When I see somebody else, I'm like, let me tell you who Kathami is engaged to.
People.
It was mad. And then when I found out who it was, I was so crushed because she really was my best friend.
Oh no!
So I didn't understand why she was always telling me, telling other people. And then I asked our mutual friend, Honey Baby. And Honey Baby was like, me, I didn't want to tell you, but this girl be talking about you all the time. Honey Baby spilled the tea. Honey Baby said, this girl is constantly talking about you.
Jeez.
Talking behind
Oh, this is
your back.
recent.
Not recent, like 5 years ago. Yeah. So I was so crushed because
This was the best friend.
I thought you were my best friend.
Hi.
It's mad.
Kumbe ni the megaphone.
French.
Please announce to the... She has said... Okay, people are bad. People are weird.
Your best friend is so jealous of you and will do anything just to ruin your reputation out here.
Hey. Now, me, I have had a string of users, but I shall refer to the same person that we spoke about at the beginning because a lot of the memories were coming from her. Now, something is weird. There's a shift in our relationship because I no longer stay at her house. I no longer, we're not kicking that much. I've kind of started developing my own small boundaries and such and such. But this one time, again, different guy I was going with told me, I'm not in the country, but my friend is coming. And I want him to go and spoil you. But I trust you, I just don't trust my friend. Therefore, I will need you to come with a friend. Yeah? And so who do I call? My BFF. I'm like, hey, what are you doing?
Let's go get spoiled.
Hang on, I didn't tell her the full story first. I'm like, hey, how are you doing? She's like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm like, oh, are you busy tomorrow night? She's like, yeah, I'm actually busy. I'm going home. I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of sad because then I tell her the story. And yeah, so there's this friend of his who's coming through and he's just, trying to do this service for my current boyfriend. And she goes, oh my God, actually, I have
plans opened up.
Alifunguka kufunguka.
Schedule
I have
cleared.
nothing else to do that night. In fact, I will cancel everything. Let's go out. And then we get out, right? Kumbe, amenipangia kunipangia. Once we went out, I introduced them. Now us kids just drinking, enjoying ourselves, just having fun. Then they're getting close. That's a them thing. I'm only here to party. I'm here for a good time and not a long time. And the whole time I'm still chatting, like, how you having fun? Good. Now, it's time to go home, right? Again, because I have boundaries, I decided I won't go close. Let me go to Ruai. Nikapanda uba yangu nikapeleka mpaka Ruai. So drunk.
Ungepanda matatu after
so
club
drunk.
ingekuwa tragic sana.
Even the shoes I was wearing, I even removed them at some point. I think I was walking barefoot. I was shit-faced. I was fucked up. So I get home, all is well. No, actually, I think they took me home. Yeah, they must have taken me home because it's like, I don't think she's okay. Let's just drop her home and then we'll go to wherever. So it's fine. They drop me off. I'm okay. And then they go their way. The next day, I try and call her. She's not picking up. I try and text her. She's not picking up. She's not responding at all. So I'm like, what is going on? And then, of course, you see her feed on socials. She's partying. She's over there expensiving, because she got the bag.
She secured the man.
Damn. So I am no longer necessary in her life because I've gotten her what she's always wanted. A man, a rich man, to take care of her and her spoilings. Damn. So I just go, what? That was
so unnecessary.
How do you even have the intensity, the energy to use someone to that extent? Like, you've already showed me bad things, but like, wow, this is A man?
Also, I'm gonna cut you off.
A man. A man. Anyway, so I call my boyfriend. They were very close to that guy, and then apparently she's been starting rumors. He's like, oh yeah, by the way, such and such told me that such and such told him that such and such. So basically now, not only has she ghosted, not only has she taken this other man,
She's
which
spoiling
again,
your happiness.
she is now making this person make me look super, super bad. But I'd already told this other guy about the situation. Even when I was telling him, by then I'm going with this particular girl, he's just like, are you sure? Do you really want to do that? I'm like, yeah, I don't really have any other friends. She's my only close friend. It would be so weird if I called anyone else, And then the stories came back. He's like, yeah, I think I've confirmed now that, yeah, she's the bad guy. You're not.
That's weird.
Hiyo ni December. Hiyo ilikuwa December. Watu wakaenda holiday. Let me tell you, Maina, I don't know what she did with this man. He broke up with her.
Akaanza kutafuta.
She sent me the longest message. The freaking longest message. Like pages. Saying the way, oh, I'm so sorry. I know what I did wasn't cool. I know I've been using you. I know. And that made me even angrier because in my mind,
know.
I'm like, are you seriously trying to tell me that the whole time you've been dogging me and doing all these shady things, you knew, but you continued to do it? And now the final straw is, and I'm really sorry, I ghosted, I'm just like, wow.
They knew what they were doing
You
as
knew
they
the
were doing it.
whole time. This is years in the making. Years. Like, we've been friends for years. So you can imagine all the trauma I have from this one relationship. Years of this relationship. Breaking up, making up. Breaking up, making up. I said, you know what? This is the third time, mind you, we had made up. Against everyone else's advice. It's just like, no, this shorty, leave her alone. I still forgave her. We still became friends. Let me tell you, once she sent me that message, I said, it's okay. I understand. I completely forgive you. But sometimes people are bad for each other. Because there is absolutely no way that you're doing all of these things to me and I am just taking the L's. Maybe I'm bad for you. Maybe I bring out the toxicity in you. And therefore, I think it's best if we just go our separate ways. Because maybe I'm making you a bad person. Maybe I'm enabling you to become this toxic person that you probably are not, but to me, you clearly are. So I could be the problem. You are the problem as well. We both are problematic for each other. And therefore, let's just, everybody needs to go. Everybody. And up until now, I feel tempted to call.
Don't. She even told me that she wants to. For what?
I'm just like, there is no reason.
What's the reason?
There is no reason.
But
it's the way you love someone and you love them fully, wholeheartedly.
It's not necessary.
With no agenda. This shorty.
And speaking of weird friends, I had this very weird experience where this girl, and they say female friendships just don't.
They're just
They're just weird.
They're hard.
This girl created a pseudo account. A pseudo account solely for the purpose of body shaming me. Like, you'd just wake up, this pseudo account is telling you in the comment section, aki umenona, aki unakaa vibaya, aki tumbo yako inakaaje, aki, and I'm like, where is all of this bile coming from? Why is this one specific pseudo account after my body like this? And it would be those very, very specific, like somebody will body shame you with something that you're really insecure about.
Like
something
they know you.
Nobody else would know. So to some point, I got very paranoid because the pseudo account was very specific in some of the things they would say. Like very, very specific. Even like situations in my own house. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Are you trying to say that the whole world knows what's going on in my life? That this stranger,
and you can get mad paranoid.
Exactly. Until another friend of mine was like, you can like reverse engineer and figure out who's logged in.
This person.
Exactly. So you try to log in as the pseudo account, and then it gives you, do we send the password to this email address or to this phone number? So the email address, Apple, I'm like, what?
The full name.
You see, it gives you like a part of the email address and a part of the phone number, like the last.
Yeah. They block out some stuff.
immediately I knew who it was. I knew who it was. And it was somebody who was so close to me.
Oh my God, you've had shit friends.
Who I would confide. And that's the thing with me. Immediately, like, we have a bit of a connection. Like, you're my friend for life. Me and you, that's
No,
it.
but like, why? That is so malicious.
So somebody you would even like cry to about
Said
the
insecurity.
things happening in your life. And then just, they create a pseudo account and start shaming you about the same things. And then I'd even tell her about this account. I'm like, Aki, there's somebody bullying me on the internet. And they're like, so you just block them. But when I block this account, another one pops up. And then they're like, ha 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 ha, you thought I wouldn't create another one? You know, like so malicious. And you don't know what to do. I would be terrorized every day on Instagram. Every day it's a new pseudo account with the same malicious storyline. And then you find out that it is your friend who's been laughing in your face, who's been in your house, who has eaten your food. Yeah, that's how I knew.
Was it the same perambulator?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah. I will tell you who it is. You won't even believe
Huh?
because I still talk to her to date. Yes, it's her. Yeah, so that's why I'm very fake when it comes to her. I know she's moving mad.
Wait.
HB.
Sorry, we have to gossip because this is hot.
Yeah, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer.
Now I got the HB.
Yeah,
What the fuck, dude?
it was mad weird. So immediately, you stop telling them stuff. You just cut them off. Because I just didn't have
No,
it in
but
me
why?
to confront them because I didn't understand where it was coming from.
That is so weird, bro.
Very weird. Very weird.
That is so weird. Like, where is it coming from?
So how did you find out your friend is not your friend?
I mean, your story already blew me out of the water because what was that?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, let's speak about a different person altogether.
Now, BFFs, we hang out all the time. Like, again, we are annoying because we're very similar. So again, I make friends fast. And unfortunately, at that moment, I hadn't realized that there is a difference between work colleagues, there is a difference between friends, there's a difference between acquaintances, there's a difference between
There are categories to
like
this shit.
there's levels to it. Maybe we're just acquaintances, and over here, I'm giving you close best friend. You know, I'm over here giving you all of my.
I'm oversharing.
I just do not know these boundaries, and it is so important to learn these boundaries because they will save you a lot. Anyway, so as kids are always hanging out together, always kikiing, always having a good time because I'm really fun, by the way, just so you know, I'm a really fun person. Like, I am mad fun. So it's very difficult for you to run away from me because I always bring the energy, the fun. So here we are, we're good and everything. But the problem is, again, those days I hadn't also learned the difference between acquaintances, friends, blah, blah, blah. And therefore, I will treat you in the same way I will treat my friend because in my head, you're my friend. So if it's like, I'm a very giving person as well. So it can be very problematic. Like I can pay, let's pay. Like it never feels like a problem for me because in my mind, I assume you would do the exact same thing for me, right? But it had gotten to a point where now I pay for so much and I hadn't realized it myself until they brought it up in a very public forum, very publicly. They call me out on this and laugh about it as if it's nothing. So I think we were talking about bad habits people have, our friends have, or calling each other out on our weaknesses or some shit like that. Anyway, so then she says, oh yeah, Kathomi, she will
buy. She will take you. But the problem is, she's always taking you to these very expensive places. I'm like, where? Me? Expensive where?
Wow.
So, first of all, I go, me, I've only caught the expensive places at first.
You've not caught.
I've not
buying,
caught
buying,
the.
buying and paying.
She's always buying. She's always paying. She will always buy. She will always take the tab. But it's always like in these very expensive places. So it's like a thing of, yeah, straight up, this person just has no respect for me and my money and my time and my friendship in general. Because how is it possible that you think this is a bad idea, but you always let me do it? Like, how is this a thing? How are you just going to let me be wasteful if it looks wasteful? Do you know what I mean? Like,
if you wouldn't do that, why are you so okay when it comes to me doing that and it's benefiting you? And you're getting something
call me
out of
out
it.
on being a spendthrift. Like, you don't just. Do you know what I mean? Like, even yesterday we were having this conversation. We always, after work, we'll stop and go to, there's a shop nearby. And in my mind, we don't know what we're going to buy. And every time we do that, we end up buying so much shit we don't need.
So we have to sit and say, what exactly
are we going to in this shop to buy
before we walk in?
Before we walk in. Because if we go and walk in, we'll end up spending money we don't really need. So essentially, in my mind, because this is a habit I've caught, or this is a habit we've caught about each other, so we always try and call each other out and make sure that we're not spending money in a wasteful way. Tough times.
And I remember even when we met, one of the things you were very particular about, or one of the things you talked about a lot, was how your friends would take advantage of the fact that you're willing.
I never say no, really.
No, the fact that she's willing to, take the tab.
Yeah.
Like, if you let her, she will. If you don't ask her how much do I send you,
I generally will just pay.
She'll just pay for everything.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So very quickly, very, very early in our friendship,
Yeah.
I was very quick to always pay for my half.
Yes.
If she picks up the tab, I'll be very quick to send
pay
her
for the next
M-Pesa.
one. Yeah, she would always send me M-Pesa.
I would always send her M-Pesa because I realized it's something that really hurt you, how they took advantage of you.
Yeah, it was
And she
very
was really hurt
painful.
about
It was so painful because in my mind we're all just friends, like
Exactly.
let's just have a good time. If we have money now, great. If we don't have money tomorrow, great. Like me, will roll in a kibandaski.
Exactly.
Me, I'm easy. I'm usually so easy. So the fact that this particular person took advantage of that and didn't even call me out on my shit.
And they knew as they were doing it, but they were Gucci with it.
Like, you're not calling me out on my shit, bro. And then calling me out in a very public space to embarrass me. Well, for what reason? Well, that was a lot. And I think after that, then I started picking up on things people say. Because the same group of people would say, there's a difference between friends, acquaintances. It was the same group of people. So oftentimes I would just like, oh yeah. Like, it wouldn't make sense until that day it made sense. I'm like, oh, okay.
Or the very problematic one, when they become cozy with your partner.
Oh, that's why.
You're my friend, but you're kikiing with my partner.
Where do you even have each other's
Because
numbers?
I actually even experienced this where she was my friend, but she was low-key texting my partner.
For what?
And he would show me, and we'd like, okay, this happened. Because me, I don't want any problems. I don't want any trouble. I don't want anything. But this happened. And then another time, I was not at my partner's place. I was at my house. Apparently, she had come to visit a mutual friend who lives in the same building. And then knocked at his door because she apparently wanted to borrow something. But now the mutual friend was like, before she left the house, she like sprayed perfume and removed her bra and, like, you're my friend. Why are you doing all of that for a man? And you're still saying it's my friend. And then immediately my partner calls me and he says, listen, because I don't want trouble, but something weird has happened right now. Your friend knocked at my door, and it's all of like 3-4 a.m. Your friend knocked on my door, and she said she wanted to borrow something, but I felt like there was something else going on. So I needed to tell you before this turns into something else, because that was a very uncomfortable experience.
So you're walking to this man's house at 3 a.m. in the morning. No bra.
To borrow something.
To borrow something.
Yeah.
My man.
Yeah. You know, even if I want to borrow something from your house, I will wait for you until you come back.
Imagine, you better.
Even if you're out of the country,
That?
I will wait for 3 months to borrow that salt, because it's never that serious.
It's so weird.
Because why would I come to your house when I know you're not at home? See, that's moving mad.
And
There
with
should be
the
no such
perfuming.
familiarity.
Why people friends? You know me, I can't. And that's why I find it very difficult when you start dating each other's friends. It becomes so weird so quickly. The moment we've broken up and then I've dated now, it's
That's
a problem. It's toxic. You've brought
now you're moving
toxic.
mad.
You have brought toxicity in this relationship.
You know, and then like she'd like tell me, Auntie, hi, we are hanging out. Do you and so want to come? And
Why are you
join
asking
us?
for me and my partner? Oh yeah, that would happen a lot. That would happen a lot. Could you ask?
Do you want to come and join us?
Why
Can
are
you
we
ask
all
him
hanging
to
out?
come?
Why are we asking him? Am I not your friend?
Why are we double dating all of a sudden? It was just...
They're just friends who are just wait. Let me tell you, these streets of Nairobi, it's very difficult to find friends. It's very, very difficult. And because you have so much damage, so much damage, even
Trauma.
when you have friends, you're still very, very keen on making sure that this person isn't. Did they say this in a what was
Yes. What was that tone? What was that?
Exactly. So you always.
And even if somebody wants to befriend you, I'm very cautious, because I'm like, what is your agenda?
Antenna
What
iko
is your agenda? There's this girl who was friends with me for like, all of 2-3 weeks. And then, like we were friendly, we would always talk, we would always kiki and everything. And then she asked me, how comes you never post me on your social media?
I'm sorry, what?
You were here for the likes? You were here for the likes?
That's just weird.
Okay, that was...
That's just so weird. What was that?
You wanted to be friends with me so that I can be posting you on my socials?
That is so strange. That sounds so Gen Z.
No, it's so hard for me to make friends, because I don't know what your agenda is. What is your agenda?
People are strange.
Because you'll tell me to post you.
People are very
Ama you
strange.
will launch a podcast and say, please repost for me as my friend.
I'm telling you, it's so strange. And then it's so strange. It's so strange. Like, the one thing I'm learning is never have friends within the same industry. Like, if you can avoid it, unless you people are just naturally, you somehow just manage, because it's difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult.
It's a lot. Can we move on?
I feel like that was a lot of trauma. That was a lot of trauma.
Do we heal or do we not heal? Because I feel like
heal.
there's just no space for healing.
We
because
have to.
We are going straight into violence.
Oh my God.
In this day and age, dating is such a nightmare. The marketplace is terrible. It is disgusting out there. And there are 5 categories of men in the market right now. Kwa hivyo
Yes.
penye uko, tafadhali vumilia, shikilia, endurance, okay? Because right now the 5 categories of men. And prove me wrong if we are wrong, because
These are the ones we've determined.
deep research.
Yes.
Number 1 ni kina nani?
Number 1 ni wale wanaitwa commitment intolerant. Yani yeye na watu wa gluten intolerant, same was up.
Akionja commitment hivi ni diarrhea.
Is a problem.
Wow.
It's coming and going.
Wow.
Actually, that's what he does. He comes and goes. Focusing on the task at hand. This guy is not ready for a relationship, but wants to do everything that a relationship requires.
Gosh.
Yani, he wants you to be the girlfriend, but not. He wants you to do the bad things. Twa. Ulikuwa umesema anakubend?
Yes, acrobatics. He's bending you over like a pretzel, but does not want to commit to you, okay?
That guy.
And the thing is, they're very open about it.
They
They're
really
very vocal about them not wanting a relationship. This is new age men. New age princesses are very vocal.
The energy.
Because he'll straight up tell you, listen, I'm just not looking for a relationship right now. However, I would like us to be more than friends, I would like us to twa. but without the commitment. Yani tunaonana tu kimwili lakini hatuonani kiroho.
Or they do the other one, which is they convince you that that's what you want. So it's like we're not necessarily, this is not a relationship, right? We're just getting to know each other, right? And what do you answer? What's the answer you give to someone when someone says we are not dating, right? Of course, in that moment, the little child in you, your inner child, is very screamingly trying to say, yes, pick me. And therefore you will say, no, it's not a relationship.
And also self-preservation, because the minute somebody said, listen, I'm not looking to date right now, your response immediately is like, me neither. Because you don't want to be that girl who's forcing issues, and you want to be a cool girl mwenye anaenda na mienendo ya
going with the
kisasa.
flow.
So you're like, yeah, I am also not looking for a relationship. But deep down, you want to trap this man chopunani. You're like, he's saying that right now. But once I lay down this WAP 360, he gonna love it here. He gonna stay.
It's been 2 months of you thinking in your mind you're in a relationship with this person, and then somehow they're like, but we're not necessary. We're just going with the flow, right?
You're gonna suffer.
You will suffer.
Gonna suffer.
And this man is very, very easy to spot, but difficult to get rid of. And I'll give you an example. I was with a commitment phobe. I was with this commitment intolerant man for 7 years. 7 years. Yani, it's okay. All is well. We're living our best lives. All is well. But immediately any commitment story comes up.
Anapotea.
No, I think we're confusing the two.
Okay.
I think I was speaking about the ghost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Commitment intolerant men.
They really are. I think those are very, and they're the most in the market right now, because everyone is just trying to, sleep with each other, but not
Bump
really.
uglies.
Yes, no one is really trying to be in a relationship nowadays, and those are the most difficult men to convince otherwise, because it's like, I've just come out of a relationship. I'm just trying to see, I've always been in a relationship. Now I'm just trying to see what's out there. I'm just trying to be for the streets, in the streets, by the streets, of the streets. He's trying to be everything street, except sticking to your lane.
Damn.
It's rough.
Damn. And then there's this other type. Stuck on the ex. Mr. Stuck on his ex. Always talking about the ex. When you laugh like that, you remind me of my ex.
Oh no.
The way you drink water. She used to drink water like that.
Oh no.
They are always talking about their exes. And I actually had this situation happen to me. This person, after intercourse, immediately they're like, I think sometimes it's just easier to go back to dating your ex. And I'm like, uncle, can we even put on our clothes first? Because
he's not even let you breathe.
Can we even exhale?
You just
in the
detached
moment?
your uglies.
As in, we almost became parents. And now here you are reminiscing about your ex.
Oh my days.
What's that?
Or everything in that house is still the ex's stuff. So we're talking about the photos. You're like, why are these still up? Why are pictures of you and your ex still up? Oh.
Fix their issues warudiane.
What do they?
As in, it is so, and the places that statement takes you, or that scenario takes you, because you're like, is it me? Am I not,
am I not deserving of a relationship
to the standard that this ex put out? So now here you are on the internet googling the ex, alafu unaweka picture by picture. You're like, Zion.
Mapua yake.
Yeah. Lakini si mimi nakaa vizuri kuliko. Like, what does she have that I don't have? Why are you so stuck up on her?
Yes.
I'm the one here. Why are you talking about her? Yeah, so
it's really not fair. Stuck on the ex is usually the worst, because it will bring up so many insecurities that you have. Like, oftentimes you're just asking yourself the same question, which is, why not me? Why aren't you seeing me? You're here with me now. Why are you thinking about this other person? Like, you were deep inside me, and the whole time you were picturing your ex. Yeah? It's giving what?
Pick me.
Actually, I swear.
Me. Choose me.
It's
and
saddest.
that's just not the space you want to be in. We're not Meredith Grey in this place. Because why do you want to be picked and chosen?
Why?
You do your own selective process.
Yes,
Don't leave it up to them.
Soko chafu.
Ew.
The next one is Father Abraham.
Hey,
had many sons. Had many sons, oh Father Abraham. You are one of them. And so are we.
Are you carrying them?
Let me tell you, Father Abraham is like the most common one in this so-called of ours. Because why is everyone having diamond platinum children? Why are people collecting men and children. As if, what is this? How are there so many baby daddies out in these streets right now and baby mamas? Yani, this one guy has 5 baby mamas and has never been in a serious relationship. What is he? A sperm donor? Like,
will even tell you, he'll be like, listen, my love, there's this woman who is expecting a child from me, but please know, okay, I am ready to take responsibility. However, I'm
just not sure, or I'm not sure the child is mine. Those are the most. Yani, this
like
guy
has
a baby that he's choosing not to claim.
You know, when Didi was dating Young Miami, and then the whole time he's expecting a child with that Asian woman.
Oh my God.
Do you know what that does to a person?
Neo as well.
Jesus Christ.
Neo full on cheated on his wife, got a baby mama. The second one, they got 2 babies together, right? The whole time he's still fully in a separation with the other one because he found out he was impregnated her once. He said, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And then immediately after, Asha did a whole song about this, didn't he? He said, these are my confessions. I found out my chick on the side, she's got one on the way. These are my confessions. You're coming to me to tell me about your stupid confessions about your baby mom. Please, these men, this is Father Abraham. He will impregnate everybody.
Be careful.
Very unsure about whether or not he's the father because he's never even in that relationship with this person.
And they're very convincing.
Oh my God.
You'll ask a person, you know, as in, okay, Mimi, I have gone through it. I have suffered. You know, you're looking at a person straight in the eye, like, what are your intentions with me? Because umewatch Bridgerton, nilikuwa taka proclamation of love. Nikauliza huyo mtu, what are your intentions with me? In my face, looking into my eyes, he told me nataka tu watoto wawili. Hey.
So to you, I'm a rat. I am just a rat.
Sir.
Here to conceive for you.
And they're very convincing. Karibu tuwe wazazi.
Let me tell you, those men are tricky. The men who are always trying to plant babies in you, those ones are very tricky. They will convince you, they will give you a whole proposal. If you don't watch yourself, you shall become baby number 8, baby mama number 8. What was baby?
And people are always shocked. They're like, how is that man this girl's baby daddy? Because they cannot believe it.
You can't.
How did that man trap this girl?
Hey!
You know, because she's a hottie, she's a baddie.
Hey!
10 over 10. Alafu huu mwingine anakaa tu vile anataka. Unajiuliza questions.
Hey!
Kumbe.
Father Abraham, spawn of Satan, spreading and filling the earth. Please, Diamond Platinums, we are tired. We are tired. Now the other one. This one is the Mr. Romantic. He's the perfect man. He will pull conversations. He will ensure that you are constantly feeling safe, secure in this relationship. Everything is okay. He will take you on the most elaborate dates. Everything feels perfect. This is the perfect man for you. And then 2 weeks missing. He's not anywhere to be seen. Messages
you put out an
unread. Karibu, Amber Alert.
What does APB mean? An
APP.
Put out an APB. Anyway, Karibu put out.
I put out an APB. Yeah? Looking for this man because you don't know where he is. You cannot reach him on the phone. You cannot reach him on text.
And you didn't argue.
There was no issue. All is well. He just disappeared for 2 weeks. And then immediately after that second week,
good morning, sunshine.
Where is this sun shining? Because me, I cannot see.
You wicked man. And you know, like the thing is, they usually target lover girls.
They do.
Because I have seen this scenario.
Yes.
Kijana wa rugby. You know, he's in a relationship with this girl. Things are good. They are thriving. And then all of a sudden he disappears.
Oh my God.
And this girl, because this is her man, she's been saying, my man, my man, my man. She was very quick to create posters. Missing. Please, have you seen so and so? Hadi wameweka huko ameshikilia rugby hivi. Ndio mkuwe sympathetic. Kama ni kidnappers wajue, this man has a career.
He does.
Please release him.
He's well needed in this society.
Do you know this man had gone home with some girl and stayed at her house the whole weekend? Whole time hadi mimi nikatumiwa posta nikarepost na nikaeka emoji ya machozi. Please help us find so and so. Because this girl knows there's nothing wrong with her man. They were talking, he went out, everything was good, and then she tried to call him in the morning, can't reach him. Tried to text him, can't reach him. Went to his house, he's not there. Whole time, he's in a new relationship. I'm a part of the love of his life. Why are you guys wicked?
Perfect ghost. The perfect ghoster. I was in a full-on 7-year relationship with a perfect ghoster. Because every single time you guys talk, when he will eventually respond to your message, it will be such a heartwarming, beautiful message.
Beautiful, wonderful.
When you are on a date, it feels like no one else is around you. It's just you and him against the world. He will treat you the way you want to be treated. He will say things like, unajua ni mama, acha tumfungulie. He will belt everything. Like everything about that date will be so perfect and so curated to you that you're just like, wow, this is the one. This is the one. And then immediately the next day you try and text him, nowhere to be found. 7 years later, you are still asking yourself, am I in a relationship? Am I not in a relationship? Because you will talk, he will be fine. He will apologize. In fact, this one needs to apologize. He's like, I'm so sorry. Things have just been so crazy. I just, I'll don't worry. I'll make time for you. You are my priority now. Let's talk later. I'll find you in the week. During the week, you will find me. Where are you finding me, sir? Why are we not making concrete decisions now?
When they're with you, it is heaven.
It feels like heaven.
And then when they're not there, it's like hell because
everything.
So much uncertainty.
Oh my God.
You're not sure if you're the one overreacting.
It's anxiety.
No,
yes.
Maybe he is busy.
Maybe.
But please, nobody is ever that busy.
Maybe he just.
Other men are very idle. If we are being honest.
Men can be idle.
They will find time.
The perfect.
If married men find time to promise girls the solar system,
oh my gosh,
what is making you think that this other man will not find time for you?
The perfect ghost is never for you. Just leave him in the ghost world because him and other grave dodgers can survive there.
The ghetto,
please.
Casper.
And finally, man number 5, category number 5 of our Soko Chafu.
Let us do a prayer first, okay?
Hold our hands together.
Heavenly Father, may he never locate you. May this category of man never locate you.
I want to put on the whole armor of Christ.
If he comes your way, may you go the other way. Okay? May he never capture you. May you never be ensnared by this enemy of progress.
Essences never even breathe next to each other.
Because this category of man, they are very funny. We call them the underprivileged embarrassment. Mr. Underprivileged embarrassment. Because nothing about how they look is appealing, okay?
Their confidence they're exuding does not match.
It is the appearance that only a mother can love.
Ni ile sura yenye mama anapenda.
Lakini they are funny, they have personality.
Oh my
they
God.
will make you laugh.
You will laugh.
You will fall in love without knowing. And let me be honest.
You will laugh your way into a relationship.
If he's funny, laugh, okay? You don't have to sleep with him. You don't. Just ha 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 and run away. Because I have dated a troll before. Yeah. Me and Shrek, we were one. We were good. And the thing is, I genuinely loved this person. Not for how he looked, but rather for just who he was.
He was a nice guy.
He was a nice guy.
I mean, he looked how he wanted to look. Alikuwa anakaa venye anajisikia.
But me, I was in love. Okay? Ukivaa mashisho ya love, hakuna kitu kingine unaonanga. And let me tell you, when I ended that relationship, my cousin told me, Muliachana.
Thank God.
My God. As in, thank God, my sister. Anyway, the most embarrassing thing is, we were dating, but he was hitting on other girls, You've dated this person. They found
you have sacrificed
newfound confidence, okay? Umejaza ka ego. And now he thinks he can pull buddies. Okay?
Now he's actually playing you.
Do you know how embarrassing it is for you to go through your man's phone and find him trying to hit on other girls and being carved? Do you know how embarrassing Yani he's being
rejected.
Surely, why are you embarrassing me like this? Your man is being rejected. And Ambiwa, please stop disturbing me. And I will block you.
I'm in a relationship, leave
and
me
alone.
alone.
On red.
Oh my God.
And a double text.
It is confirmation by multiple women that your man is ugly. And only you find him attractive.
That is way worse than me finding like a sex tape of My man is he's being straight up rejected.
Curved.
Nobody wants this foolish person. Nobody wants this man.
His DMs are
And
like
he
a
is
roundabout.
busy,
It's constantly curves.
Not appreciating me.
How can he?
As in, why are you wicked? Your wickedness is bringing foolishness.
Underprivileged as you are, and you are cheating on me. Well, attempting to.
Trying.
Hey,
trying and failing and trying again. Anafaa kuandika motivational book because hachoki, hachelewi. Ako kila DM anafanya wow, looking nice, ambulance. Pew pew, fire emoji. Anaachwa on red. Anaulizwa, don't you have a girlfriend? Anakuruka kipetero, yani kiesu. Anasema, no, we are just friends. Please.
Do you know how embarrassing it is to find out that everyone else knew your man was ugly except you because you were in love?
And you know,
those ones in the story, when you're trying to show your friends your man on your phone,
like, let me find a better
you find
picture.
A picture. You're like, no, this one it's not in good lighting.
As long as you're happy.
This one, whenever you're told, as long as you're happy, tell me.
As long as you're happy.
And then he cheats on you. The audacity.
He attempts to cheat on you. Only in the attempt, he's being
because
rejected.
He's failing.
He's
as he said, his DMs are like the roundabout curves everywhere. My God.
Yeah. Okay.
That is the one we call Mr. Underprivileged embarrassment. And those are the 5 categories of men in these streets. We shall reiterate. There is the commitment intolerant. Uyo na commitment. Whoo! Pew, pew.
Paul Walker and family. That was dark.
That went somewhere. Polo, surely.
It's been
the man's dead. That was dark. Mr. Stuck on his ex. Akona, the case of the ex. Everything.
Severe case.
Leave him alone.
My ex used to part her hair like that. Can you do your hair like that?
God.
You remind me of my ex.
Everything in the house is titled ex. And then there is the diamond platinums of this earth, Father Abraham.
Had many sons, had many sons. Wanajaza tu kujaza.
Pew, pew. And the perfect ghost. Ule mwenye munapendana kama chanda na pete, lakini sometimes the pete goes missing or the chanda goes missing.
Very friendly. Casper,
the friendly ghost. And finally, Embarambamba. Mr. Underprivileged embarrassment. Those are the 5 categories. In case you've missed one, let us know, because these are our experiences. I mean, we're not going to say the nice ones, because there's always that Mr. Nice Guy who does all the things that you want, and eventually you have stayed in his house and now you're being introduced as his wife. It is what it is.
Must be nice for you in this
we
weather.
Love them. We
must
love them.
Be nice. And because we didn't tell you earlier on, please follow us.
Yes.
Please subscribe. Please comment whatever you want to comment in the comment section, as long as it's nice.
Absolutely. Don't forget you can follow us.
Subscribe.
On subscribe on our YouTube channel, and follow us on your favorite podcast streaming sites, because we are everywhere. We're on Spotify. Follow us there. We are on a few others. Yeah, so please. Anyway, check us. You'll find us
everywhere, like your man.
Oh my God.
But the question we always ask you:
did you like that?
Bye.